Hey everyone, this is John DePina. I just wanted to take a quick break from work to reach out to some family and friends. Oftentimes we get so caught up in work that we don't get the time to reflect on what's most important in life. I operate a full-time business. I work ridiculous hours, so finding personal time for myself, family, and friends can oftentimes be a daunting task. Life is short though. I hope most of you have had a good start to this new year. I know it's been difficult for many of you, especially for those who've experienced losses of family members and friends. A lot of people are hurting out there, and I know it's difficult. And I'm a positive brother, so I guess the question really is how do you remain positive despite hearing news such as that so often? And all I can do is really just share some of my experiences. I've lost quite a few family members, such as uncles and aunts. I've lost friends, and most impactfully, I lost my father around 20 years ago. And when I found out about the death of my father, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to grow up quick, and I also had to live with regret. He had basically called me after his surgery, and he had asked me to go and visit him. And he had known I had been working out, and he wanted me to basically just help him work out and help him with just some basic exercise tips and helping him through that rehabilitation process after his heart surgery. And for some reason, I got so caught up in other things that I just kept putting it off, and I just didn't make it down there to see him. I wanted to go down to see him. I thought I had the time, and I just never took that opportunity to go and see him. Well, sure enough, I got a phone call that they took him back to the hospital. And we went to the hospital and he passed away. And I never just got that chance to say goodbye to him. And for anyone who has lost someone, you know the difference between getting that closure with someone who has passed away versus not getting that closure with someone who has passed away. And I went through a difficult time. I went through periods of intense sadness. The way I got through is basically just to try to celebrate his life the best way that I possibly could. And I did that by basically sharing just stories that I had with him, sharing the experiences I had with him, and trying to just preserve those memories. And, I was fortunate that he actually owned a business. And one of his last requests to me before he passed away was basically to just carry on that business. And I knew I was capable, and I stepped up to the plate, and I've been doing that ever since. And we've had some difficult years, but somehow we have managed to just continue that family business going ever since. It's a little bit different when you can tie personal reasons and personal motivation behind your work. That can just make things a lot easier. And that's definitely helped me through. But not only that, what's really helped me through, just some rough times is my faith in God. But for those of you who are just really struggling through the death of a loved one, it's just important to really just try to get that support that you need. If you have a therapist, it's not a bad idea to talk with a therapist. Now, I'm not a licensed therapist by any means. And I understand, to my family and friends, I definitely understand that sometimes I just can't get that time, to just get free sometimes. I work a lot of hours and so forth. But I am only a phone call away if you ever want to talk about your situation. And, I've had that experience. I know that death can be overwhelming, but I'm more than willing to talk about it. And just talking about it sometimes and just getting that off of your chest can definitely help. But overall, I think it's just important to try to spend the most time you possibly can with people who are most important in your life and friends and family. And, putting materialistic endeavors on hold to do that, you'll find might be worth it in the long run. Anyway, I hope my story helps at least one of you out there. And, I hope that I can somehow get free from work this year to spend more time and hang out with more family and friends. I also hope that maybe this might be the first of some other clips that I can put out there. All right. Anyway, take care.